Hello, good afternoon. Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, wishing you a fantastic Monday. Hope you had a great weekend, got to spend some time with friends and family, relax, and kind of just recover from the busy, wild, crazy week we had last week with all the different things, all the different news items that came up. And one of them being that our President Trump being tested for COVID-19 and becoming back positive, and then some of the symptoms appeared, and they took him into the hospital at the Bethesda Naval Hospital there in Washington, D.C. But he seems to be doing well. I know our thoughts and prayers are with him. But one of the things that I do want to talk with you that I know that's weighing on everybody's mind is the election cycle. Right now that we're trying to figure out who to vote for, who's going to win, what it's going to mean to the country. Well, you know what? I'm a real estate broker, so one of the things that are on my mind is how is it going to affect our real estate market? Now, of course, as we have historically low mortgage rates and we have property values continue to rise, and especially here in the Valley, we continue to see people moving in from the West Coast and other places because of job creation that's happening here in the Valley, plus the cost of living elsewhere is bringing people here so they can live a little bit more cheaply. That has really caused a real estate boom here in the state of Arizona. And from all the indications we see right now, we don't see a lot of that changing, but the election can play a factor on it. Now, BTIG, which is one of the people that report on new buildings and the real estate market overall, kind of gave us some statistics here, and this is going back from 1963 through 2016 as far as election years go. And they kind of gave us an average of what happens to the market from October to November. What kind of change do we see the change from October to November? Well, it seems that traditionally we see about a 9.8% loss, and that's on average from 1963 to 2016, looking at election years and how it affects the real estate market. Here's a little graphic to help kind of let you understand that even a little bit more, and maybe if you want to take a screenshot of that. But you see in non-election years, it's about a 9.8% drop. But then we see in election year, we see about a 15% drop. That's because people are kind of of the mind, I just want to wait and I want to see how the election plays out, because then I'll understand what it's going to mean to me if I want to sell or if I want to buy. With us having such a strange year across the entire country, and especially here in the Valley in Phoenix, I'm not sure we're going to see that 9.8% drop in November, because once again, we are a state driven by snowbirds that come in to escape the cold weather, to live where it's nice and warm and sunny during the winter, so that when they go back to whichever state they go to, that they'll have escaped or missed winter. And I believe that's still going to drive our buying process. There may be a few people that stand back and wait. I don't know if it'll be 9.8%. We will see a percentage of it. I just don't think it'll be quite that big, just because of all the other factors we see going on here in the Valley, along with other factors such as historically low mortgage rates, etc. But one of the other things is that I wanted to point out to you that, we do have a potential here where we're going to see a slight market slowdown in November. And usually that doesn't kind of recover until the following year. So that means that December might be pulled back a little bit too. But once again, with our certain circumstances here in the state of Arizona, snowbirds, employment, people moving to the West Coast, I'm not sure that we're going to see, once again, a 9.8. We may see a 5% market fluctuation on November, December because of the election, but know that right after the election, it usually turns out to be one of the best years of a four-year cycle during a four-year election cycle. And this comes from once again, the BTIG building report, one of their major economists there. This is one of the things that they've recognized in averages. And I'll just kind of let you take a look at this. It says that, this may indicate that potential homebuyers may become more cautious in the face of a national election uncertainty. This caution is temporary and ultimately results in deferred sales, as the economy, jobs, interest rates, and consumer confidence all have far more meaningful roles in the home purchase decision than a presidential election result in the months to follow. So in other words, we just kind of, even though we have all these things, and the presidential election does seem to play a part of it, but there are things like the consumer confidence. And I just brought you a few weeks ago how great the consumer confidence is right now. The University of Michigan's Consumer Confidence Index shows us that it's at an all-time high right now, and they measure what that index measures is how comfortable people are making larger purchases, such as cars, homes, second homes, spending on boats and other things that are bigger purchases. Do they feel confident that their job, that their finances and everything are going to be sustainable to either make payments or to even afford those larger purchases? So we see that playing in the face of even being an election year. And like I said, I think we'll probably see a small fluctuation in November, and December, but I don't believe it'll be 9.8%. I believe it'll be closer to 5 at the most, just because of the other factors that are driving our market here, especially in the Valley, and even nationwide, because we've had such a strange year because we started our spring sell a little bit later than usual. Like I said, usually we start to hear the phone ring right at the end or the middle of February, and we kick off the spring market. And we do have a slowdown in summer because of the heat here, but other places it's prime selling season, and we've seen prime selling season beat year-over-year estimates from May through now. And I got a feeling October is going to show us the same. But nonetheless, we do have an election looming in the future, and that could affect the market. But I don't believe it'll be the 9.8% that there may be in other states. I believe here in the Valley it'll be closer to 5. So this is just a little bit of news to share with you how the election may affect our real estate market. It may go high as 9.8%, but from all the things I'm seeing in the Valley right now, and we still have a short supply of homes, prices continue to rise, interest rates are still historically low, we still have people moving into Arizona due to job opportunities and cost of living elsewhere. I don't think we'll feel that big of change. But you know what? I could be wrong, but I have a strong feeling that I'm not. So if you have any questions or if you have any comments, feel free to give me a call. You can get a hold of me at 248-330-7972. That's 248-330-7972. Or you can email me, jack@thejteam.house. Once again, that's Jack, Jack, at thejteam, THE, the letter J, TEAM.house. Or you can call any member of my team at 623-252-4061. That's 623-252-4061. Hey, this is Jack from the J Team at Realty One Surprise, Arizona, wishing you a fantastic Monday. I'll see you here tomorrow with even more news about the Phoenix real estate market. Bye-bye.